Hello. This is Will from a couple of Goobers.
And I'm Kita, it looks like.
And her mic's not in the shot, but that's okay, I guess.
Oh, you want it to be in the shot?
You don't have to be in the shot. Yeah.
Oh, I need to bring it closer. It's still not in there. Okay.
Bam. Then
It's
bring it
still
over
not.
this way.
Okay. Is that better?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. So it don't look like you're talking to the air. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody would care. They just wouldn't have seen it. I'm like,
This is what
all righty then. So here we go. What are we doing? Who is this? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm finished. We are doing our movie review.
Now, what is this?
Oh, this is a couple of Goobers.
What do we do?
We do movie reviews, gaming content. We do podcasts for other up and coming directors. We do it all.
Okay.
What else do we do?
That's your introduction.
We do the what?
Okay. I don't remember how to do it. Okay.
I don't
So
either.
I guess that's the introduction. And yeah. So what movie are we doing today? Oh, how you been?
I've been good.
That's what other people be doing. They say,
Hey,
"How you been?"
how
You
you
live
been?
with the person, but
I
you
live
ask
with you.
them.
I'm asking you how you.
But we checking in.
We checking in.
Okay, checking in. Okay, so how you been?
We've been good. We've been good. I've been good. Tell me this TV is on.
Cause you turned it.
Did I?
Okay.
Okay.
We pretending. Okay. Oh my gosh, why is it on? Okay, go ahead.
Ooh.
Okay.
No, I've been good, chilling.
Okay.
Ready to do these reviews. Um, ready to dispel some things.
Okay.
It's been a while. We've been gone for a while, but we're back,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a whole consistency thing and a whole plan in action. It just won't be random. Actually, we have a couple. Matter of fact, we and I've been toying with the idea, but I think Full Court might end up on this channel.
Okay.
Only because,
Mm-hmm.
we do the gaming on this channel anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They don't want to know that. Okay.
Well, I'm just giving people the heads up. Like,
okay.
duh.
Oh, okay.
Your phone's ringing too.
Okay, I'll check in a minute. So we do movie reviews, okay? Or today, what we're doing is a movie review.
Yeah.
And we're doing the review of a Netflix movie. Now, or at the time that we watched the movie, it was number 3. What is it? They do like the rankings in the U.S., so it's number 3 in the U.S.
I thought it was number 2. I might be wrong.
When we looked at it, it was number 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is right now, but it was number 3 when we looked at it. So the movie that we are reviewing is Straw. So I think what I wanted to do was, so the movie is Straw. It's directed by no. Let's do Tyler Perry is like in I'm aging myself, but yeah, he's the GOAT. But in the movie Coming to America, when they go to the club and he's basically interviewing the women to see who's going to be his queen, and one of them said, I want to write my own movies, I want to direct my own movies, I want to produce my own movies. Yeah. You know what I say? It's really funny because this is Tyler Perry. But anyway, so
all the things.
It is a drama. So the movie is Straw. It's directed by Tyler Perry. It is a drama. It's an hour and 47 minutes long. It is a new movie, so it came out this year, 2025, and it stars Taraji P. Henson, Sherry Shepherd, Tiana Taylor, who else? Rockman Dunbar, and I can't remember. I think Sinbad.
Yeah,
I
Sinbad
remember
was
seeing
in it.
Sinbad.
Yeah.
He was going to be in a movie with Taraji, and then it finally came out that it was Straw. I didn't know what kind of character he was going to be, but it was really good to see him.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
So he did a really good job too. I'm glad that Tyler Perry had him in the movie. But before we get into the movie, what I wanted to do,
What were you going to say? Go ahead.
Oh, so I'm saying before we get into it, I want to talk about what people had said about the movie.
Okay, but before we can do that,
okay,
we ain't paid the bills.
Oh yeah, I want to do that too.
Okay.
Wait, who's sponsoring us today? This episode is sponsored by Say How You Feel Custom T-shirts. Need to express yourself, your business, your church, or organization? Contact Say How You Feel for custom T-shirts, socks, hoodies, mugs, and more. Allow Say How You Feel custom T-shirts to help you be your own billboard. Contact them by texting 615-839-0788 or emailing sayhowyouFeel1, that's sayhowyouFeel with the number 1 at gmail.com. Okay.
There it is.
All right.
Sponsorship.
And if you're interested in sponsoring a couple of Goobers podcasts, we will definitely leave that information down in the description box below so that you can contact us and we can work together. Woo-hoo. All right. So now let's get to the review. So before we get to the actual review of the movie, let's real quick talk about what people have been saying about the movie. You want to go first?
No, I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I'll pick you back up.
So let me see. I can't think if I already knew about Tyler Perry or if this person introduced me to Tyler Perry. I want to say I already knew about Tyler Perry. I think what this person introduced me to was
bootlegs.
What is it called? The show that's still House of Pain.
House of Pain, yeah.
He actually introduced me to House of Pain because he had, however he got it, the original
House of Pain.
House of Pain.
Yeah,
because if you don't know, the House of Pain you see today, the dynamic of the family makeup is not how it was in the original conception when only the folks in Atlanta were watching it. Yeah. Okay. So to see it morph into what it morphed into and just what it is because this had a rebirth. It was the first iteration of it. Yeah. Then it was the iteration when they went and had the laundromat, they moved, and now they're back. And so it's really good. Anyway, so the point of what I'm trying to say is this. So we know Tyler Perry from House of Pain. We know Tyler Perry from the plays. We know Tyler Perry from Have and Have Nots. I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Sisters. Oval Office. Family Reunion, and all the things.
Brothers? No.
I don't know if he has a show, but he's a sister show.
Yeah.
And then Zatima. But the point of what I was going to say is that there are individuals in our community, the Black community.
They look like us.
Who do not like a lot of Tyler Perry's movies because they say it's always a Black woman struggling and why they always got to struggle and don't nobody struggle that much. So it was the same thing for Straw. I heard this consistently that, she was struggling and why she got to be this and always going through something. So I had a preconceivement of what the movie would be. Not that I disliked the movie before I watched it, but I had settled in myself that it was going to be another one of those movies. Yeah. Now I love Tyler Perry. I love his content. I love even more his work ethic. I love the fact that he changed the way Hollywood does movies and gets in TV shows, gets the content for TV shows. I love the fact that he did this. Single-handedly, this man did that. But anyway, so I give him his flowers. So I give him his props and his flowers for that. So when I heard the naysayers and the groaning, and I was like, oh my Lord. So I put myself in a certain space when we started to watch the movie. But as we started to watch the movie, I was like, okay, he did his thing. I saw him, someone interviewed him on the red carpet, and they were asking, it was like Taraji P. Henson, him, and it was some other people. Anyway, they were asking what were their favorite lines from Tyler Perry movie. I can't remember what his line was. Oh, yes, I do. It was from the Kerry Washington, from 688. It was a Kerry Washington line, but I can't remember what the line is. But he said his favorite Tyler Perry movie was The Jazzman's Blues. And I have to agree with him. That was a really, really because that was such a phenomenal movie, and it was like a divergent off the path of Tyler Perry films. And it was really good, and he did an excellent job with it. So with Straw, because of what I had heard and the trailer I had watched, I was like, okay, he's kind of gone back into the previous movies before The Jazzman's Blues, before 6888.
You would think that?
That's what I thought when I saw the trailer and I heard what the people had to say about it. But then when I watched it, and do you want to say something before we get into?
Well, I'm gonna say this: 6888, first of all, was not his story. He was telling the story, so he had the pleasure of having another body of work to work with. He had a story. He didn't come up with a story. The Jazzman Blues was a passion project, so he was able to come out of his comfort zone. His films have a underlying connotation because he's telling his experience, and that's what it is. It's his experience. The thing about it is, what I like about Tyler Perry's films, one, he's independent, and two, not just that, he stays true to himself in what he does. Because I can't say, for lack of better words, you listen to drill music. So what's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's they, yeah,
they struggle bus.
yeah, that's
You
their
know,
struggle bus.
they were hungry. Then they started selling dope. They weren't hungry anymore. Then they did a bid. Then they got out, and then what? Or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. So yeah,
you watch the monster movies.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch. What is it that's coming out with Robert De Niro? He's playing the two roles. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. But it's the same. It's exact same thing. Do you talk about Martin Scorsese? Do you talk about Quentin Tarantino? Do you talk about Robert De Niro because he directs? He stars in and directs movies.
Do you talk about our favorite movies?
Bronx Tale. You know, do you talk?
Another mafia movie.
You know, do you basically? But right, underlying that's what it was, a love story, but it was a mafia movie. So, do you talk about these people and their movies? No, you just watch it, you enjoy it, you move on about your business. But for some.
Well, it's us.
Reason.
It's us. Think about it. Robin Williams did Mrs. Doubtfire. You heard absolutely nothing
about him being in the dress.
Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry won't like now.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence. Two more.
But actually, you never heard anything about Martin Lawrence. Nobody said anything about Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, because. But it was the actor.
Yeah, but it was the actor. It was way after.
Yeah, but during the time
nobody
said nothing about 2-1-4.
About Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, Patrick.
But nobody cares about that.
No,
it's the black. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at any rate, so yeah. But the movie, totally phenomenal. So I told you. So are we ready? Yeah. Okay. So totally phenomenal. So. Taraji P. Henson is the star of the movie, and her name in the movie is Janiyah. And this is a spoiler alert. It's going to be a spoiler. Okay. So the daughter is Aria, and my apologies, I did not write down her real name, but her name in the movie is Aria. Sherry Shepherd plays Nicole. She's the bank manager. Detective Kay Raymond is Tiana Taylor, and then Rockman Dunbar. He was in TV shows and whatnot.
He was in The Wire.
Rockman Dunbar was in The Wire.
You're talking about the captain,
the police chief.
The police chief, yeah, he was in The Wire.
Who was he in The Wire?
He was the cop in The Wire.
I gotta look that up. I have to, because I don't know if the supervisor knows what he's talking about. But he was in The Family That Prays. As Sanaa Lathan's husband. He was in that. And he was in something else I can't think. I see him, but I cannot think. I want to say he was in the TV series Soul Food. But anyway, okay. And then there were two other characters that earned a good bulk of the movie, and that's Tessa and Rhea. That's their names in the movie, but I did not write down their real names. And then, of course, Sinbad is in the movie as well. I'm trying to think if there was anybody else, but I don't think there was. So the movie is set in the current time period, so like basically 2025, whatever. The main action of the movie takes place in a bank. So you see the school where Janiyah, Taraji P. Henson's character, works at a grocery store. You see them at home and a hospital, and then there's the bank. So the crux of the movie does take place in the bank.
You're right. I'm thinking of somebody else. You're right. You got me.
Okay, yeah, because that wasn't him. Oh, I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of his name, but I love him. He's a really good actor. But at any rate, so
he was in what is the name of that movie with the grandmother that passed away and then the family broke up? He was in the TV version of it.
You missed that because you were looking that up. It's Soul Food.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that.
I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now, so the plot of the movie is this. So Janiyah's down on her luck. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this.
Well, don't tell the end of the movie.
I'm going to do air quotes.
Yeah.
So she's down on her luck. She loses her daughter to foster care. She gets fired from her job. Is the victim of this is just at the onset. The plot of it at the onset. This is what you write. The plot of it. She loses her daughter. Okay. She gets fired from her job. She's the victim of an attempted robbery. Do I say that she K's the boss in the robbery?
No.
No. Okay.
The boss You don't want to tell the whole movie.
She tries to cash her check. I said it's gonna be spoilers.
Nah, yeah, but I'm saying not the whole movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I said it. If you heard it, you heard it. If you didn't, you didn't. She tries to cash her check at the bank and it goes awry. Okay. And that kind of sends her. Well, she was already spinning before that, but it
Life
kind
happens.
but it settles. The spin settles and it explodes when she's in the bank.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Life happens, and you know it's gonna happen to her. And well, I guess you could tell the spoiler alert.
I said spoiler alert.
Just
I'm gonna tell you the movie. You gonna watch it or you're not?
Yeah,
okay. So
run.
the movie starts out. They are in their apartment. Her and her daughter are asleep. And it's hot. So she gets up, gives the daughter a bath. They're talking about the daughter's science project. She gets the daughter ready. The daughter is coming out the door. She's like, "Come on, we gotta go." And then you find out in the beginning when she's giving her the bath that the daughter is sickly because she says, "If anybody asks you about the bruises, just tell them the truth that you fell in the tub." Da da da. She said, "Okay." So she gets her in the car. Sinbad is a homeless person who's he's in a wheelchair and he's outside the apartments they live in. He asks for money. She gives him some money. The landlord's telling her, "Hey, you finna get put out. You need to pay your rent." She's like, "Okay, I get paid today. I'll bring you the money on my lunch break." Okay. So she drops the daughter off at school. She waves at the principal, and you notice when she waves at the principal that the principal has a funny look on her face, and you're like, "Why she got the funny look?"
But you really don't pay attention to it.
I did. I wondered why the principal looked like she was like, "Why?" She, I was like, "Is she upset because the woman owed her?" Oh, because one of the things of the movie is she owes money, $40 for the daughter's lunch.
Yeah.
So you think that the principal's looking at her strange, like, why she waving at me? She owed us $40. Okay, so she goes to work, and she clocks in. She starts working. The people in the store are horrible. It's the first of the month, so they're really busy. Somebody had called out. So the boss already is talking nasty to her. So she gets on a cash register, then she gets a call. So she goes to answer the call, and she says, "Okay, I got to go to the school because I got to go pay my daughter's lunch." So the boss is like, "You can't leave here. You see how this store, how many people are in the store. You can't leave, da da da." And she's like, he's telling her, I think she wanted her check before she left.
Yeah.
And he told her, "No, you can't get the check. How you gonna want to leave and you want your check? No, you better be back here."
He was just mean.
He was just mean for no reason. Be back in 30 minutes. She's like, "Okay, whatever." So she goes to the school to pay the money. And when she gets to the school, there's a person there from that. The principal comes out, and then a person comes out that tells her, "We saw the principal called or school called, the daughter's got the bruises and da da da." She said, "No, my daughter's fine. I can take care of her." She said, "No." And the little girl said, "No, mama, I want my mama." Okay, so they're taking the little girl up the steps. Okay, so that's that. So she looks at the principal real nasty. She don't say nothing to her. She goes out. Okay. So then she goes back to work. Well, she tries to go back to work, but traffic is heavy. And so she tries to go around the traffic, and this sports car comes up. And what do you call it? Because he hit her from the back.
Yeah, fish bones.
Fish tails her. And so they get out of the car. She's like, he gets out of the car and tells her, "Why did you hit my car?" She's like, "I didn't hit you. You hit me." And so he says something about being a cop and.
Well, she doesn't know off the bat that he's a cop.
No, he says something about being a cop, didn't he?
He doesn't say anything. The other.
Oh, when the police come.
Well, his partner pulls her over.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, she's stuck.
She's stuck because when he did that, the car stopped.
Yeah, and then she comes over and she said, "Yeah, I'm on the arrest, yada, yada, yada."
Yeah.
Instead of doing her job, she sides with her fellow officer, and it's a whole thing.
She wasn't as mean as the officer, but she still gave her a ticket.
Yeah.
So she has to walk back to work in the rain. She gets back to work. He's like, "You are 2 hours late." He said she went back to work and got on the register. And he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm working." He said, Come on. He said, "How you gonna come back?" He said, "Look at you. You look a mess. You're 2 hours late and da 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 da." And she's like, "Can I just get my check? I need my check. I need to get my money for my daughter. I gotta pay my rent, da da da." He said, "Your check." He said, "Company policy." He fired her. He said, "You're fired. the check is in the mail. She said, but you just give it to me. He's like, nah. So she follows him in the office for whatever reason. And they're standing there talking. And then as they're standing there talking, these two guys come. Well, you don't know it's two guys. A guy comes and asks a question about something. And he says he sees her name tag and he calls her by name. And so they answer the question, but it's kind of like, why are you back here? I think he even asked him, why are you back here? Whatever.
You need to go to the front.
You need to go to the front. And so he pulls out a gun because he's going to rob him. And so some kind of way, I don't remember. That's why you got to watch the movie. Some kind of way, she and the guy end up fighting over the gun. She gets the gun from the guy and shoots him. And then as this is happening, he's calling the police. Or after it happens, after she shoots him, the boss calls the police. They get into it. Yes.
She shoots him, but then after the fact, the guy he's with runs.
Yes.
So now at this point, the guy, the boss is saying, played by what's his name from
yes.
Different
Oh
World.
yeah, I forgot to do right down his name.
Different World, and
I can't remember his name. Off the top of my head. Glenn Thurman.
Glenn Thurman from what else is it?
Different World. He's in
Cooley High.
Cooley High.
Yeah. So he go way back, y'all.
Yeah. He did more than that, but top of mind.
So but long story short, they have a little situation.
Don't tell it. I told her not to tell it.
She kind of does her thing. You gotta watch what she does. But after this, she's still like in a haze, like a purple haze. You know what I'm saying? She goes to the bank. She got a little check because she still grabs her check. Oh, hold on a second. She still grabs her check to go. That's all she wanted was her money.
Yes, she wanted her check.
So she goes to the bank. Is stuff on the check, all of the things. And they put it closed. She's like, I just want to cash my check. So they let her in to cash the check. So that's when the base of the movie starts.
Yes. This is when things are really bad.
Go really bad. So we're not going to tell you the rest of the movie. You got to watch it. But here's the thing. Was it a woman who was down on her luck? Was it a woman who was going through life? I think for us it resonated a little different.
Yes.
Watch the whole movie.
It was not the struggle bus movie that people are portraying it to be.
Yeah. It was.
It wasn't. It's not Kimberly Elise in Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yeah, it ain't just an angry black woman.
It's not
who
that.
Her man just broke up with her. This, that, and the third. This is a person who literally. And if you have kids, if you've ever been through raising your children and just life, it just nothing seems to be clicking. Everything, she's working 2 jobs. She's like working 2 jobs.
Working 2 jobs. She had to
I
quit
got
$40. Her daughter is sickly, so she had to quit nursing school to take care of her daughter. And I think here's the thing about it. I'm not even cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. She's that life.
Yeah, because the thing about it is that people who say, "Oh, he don't like black women," da da da, but like what you were saying, supervisor was saying at the beginning, is that this is his life experience. This is what he saw.
Yeah.
He saw black women struggling. He saw black women who had a man, but the man wasn't doing nothing. He saw black women who had a man, but he wasn't doing nothing and he was cheating. This is what he saw. You write about your life experience.
Yeah.
That was your life experience. My father was there until I was 9 years old. Then my parents got separated and finally got divorced at 12. But let me tell you something. I will hold any man up to my daddy because he was an awesome provider. Not only was he an awesome provider, even though he was not the lovey-dovey type, we knew our daddy loved us. And he did the things. So I would hold any man up against him. So if I write something or I look at somebody in life, that's who I'm going to hold him up to. That's the candle. That's what you got to measure up to. So the thing about what I'm saying is the point of it is that he writes about his experience, but there are actually people out there who are living this life. Yeah. Just like there are actually people out there who have parents who got divorced, who somebody else may look in and say, "Oh, your daddy was such," and they have to correct them and say, "No. My daddy was a good daddy." He may have been X, Y, and Z, but he was
He
a
may
good
not be.
father. He
He
may
not
have been,
perfect.
he wasn't perfect, but he was a good father. So it's the exact same thing. No, my mama, yes, she went through some things, but you may not have thought, you may think that she's a certain way because of what we went through, but she was a great mom. So it's the same way with the movies, with these women in the movies, and with this particular movie. It's not a struggle bus movie like what people portraying it to be. There are people out there who really are working two jobs.
And
There are
can't
people out there
pay.
who can't pay their rent even though they're working the two jobs, especially with eggs. If you get a 60 count of eggs, they are back up to $19. FYI, they're back up to $19.49 for 60 eggs.
And I'm gonna get them.
There are people who do not even make that much per hour. If you get an 18 count of eggs, I think it's like $8 or something.
Yeah.
Or $7 or whatever it is. There are people out there that's half of what they make an hour. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like
And
this
I'm
is
still
just
gonna
some.
buy the $8.
It's still gonna buy that.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat them. But it's not like there are people out there that are not going through these things. Yes, there are people out there who have children who are sick and they can't afford their medicine. There are people out there who they have a car, but it's on its last leg, and everything they do is tied to that car because I can't catch the bus to work because, like here in Nashville, they've changed the bus routes. So that means that the buses that used to go certain places, they don't even go there anymore. Like, what the world? So it's like, who are you and where are you? What reality are you living in?
But people, here's the thing: people don't want to look at people, and it's hard to really say without saying the gist of the movie. Because here's the thing: I can't.
Yeah. I see what
something,
say, yeah.
and I think I might have to just go and say it because you can't tell me that with this woman
you watched the whole movie, start all the way to the end, and you still said it's just another struggle bus. Really? Okay, we're gonna have to tell it.
I'm just gonna tell it. Her daughter was not taken away by DCS or child service. Her daughter died. Okay.
The night before.
All of this happens. The daughter passes away, and in her mind, her daughter's still there. She snapped. I say it hit different for us because we've been there last year.
We're in it.
What the world? July 31st of 2024, our baby passed away. So when you tell me that it's another
the day after her 24th birthday.
Day after her 24th birthday.
The day of her
son's fourth birthday. Yeah. You're telling me that you don't understand. You're right, unless you've been through it, you don't. But anybody who's lost a kid knows that snap. They understand that I really want to check out right now and snap off.
Because the thing about it is that you can imagine, they're talking about it, that morning she woke up and imagine that she gave her the bath. That's probably the routine they did the day before.
Exactly.
So
just because you go on autopilot.
You do.
You just exist.
So she did the exact same thing she would do every morning. She got up, gave her a bath, got her ready for school, was taking all the things, did all the things, went to drop her off at school. So when I said the principal was looking at her kind of strange, I don't know if the principal knew the daughter had died.
The principal knew.
Okay, she did know.
Because that's why she was like, "Who's she waving at?" She's looking at. She knew.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's why when she starts playing it back in her head.
Yeah. And she sees, because she actually went to the school and said, "You called me," and she said, like, "No, we didn't call you. Are you okay?" That's what the principal says, because the thing with the DCS and all that it didn't even happen.
No,
it was, but in her head, that's how she rationalized, "I don't have my daughter anymore because they took her."
You don't understand that kind of pain if you've never been through it. So I can,
and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No more wish. And here's the thing: in saving grace. Is my our grandson, she had a son, so we had to kind of take care of him. So we didn't have because had she not, I have 9 children. I don't know. I think I still probably would have checked out if it wasn't for the little boy. The little boy was a child. My children are grown, all of them. They can handle their own business. But I would have checked out for a little bit at least. We didn't get to check out at all. We just went straight into take care of the kid mode. So I don't see it as a struggle bus movie. I see it as a movie. I understand. And if I had the opportunity to meet Tyler And to Roger P, I would really tell him how much I appreciate that movie because to me, you showed an experience that a lot of people you never want, nor would you truly understand it till you go through it.
Yeah.
You know, I I feel a godly sorrow for Virginia King. That was her only son. You know, we still at least have other children. You know, we have grandchildren to hold to hold dear. That was her only kid. You know, look how many people that was that woman's only child. So yes, she checked out. Wasn't nothing else to think about, wasn't nothing else to live for. I'm just not even here no more. And everybody knows the child is dead, but her throughout the movie. Everybody had. That's how I knew the principal knew,
Oh,
because the
okay.
bank lady knew.
Oh, yeah. Well, they told her though. They told
Yeah,
her
that's
when
what I'm
she
saying.
was
They
called.
told her,
Yeah.
they told the school and
Yeah.
everything else.
Oh, well, yeah.
So they knew, but they couldn't. They knew she was. So and it wasn't even a jail thing for me. You know, the circumstances, although what happened, she would. Let's be honest, they put you in the psych ward before they put you in jail because that was just you snapped. You really did snap. That wasn't I went home and I premeditated this thing. You just lost your kid. This dude just hit you in your head with a gun. You shot him. He's yelling at you. Just snapped. You're not even there anymore. You're in a whole different space mentally. Does it justify it? No. But at the same token, they're gonna give you leniency on that. You know, I understand. You know, type of situation. So, so I get it. I think it was a phenomenal movie.
Yes, it was. It was very good because at the end of the day, the thing that we got from it is that you have to be mindful how you treat other people.
Yeah.
And you have to give other people grace. It doesn't matter, like the boss at the grocery store. Like, was it necessary for you to be that cruel? And I mean, like, even if you didn't know, because the people at work didn't know that the daughter had died, they didn't know. So
yeah, they didn't know.
So even if you didn't know, that's just like when you go to the grocery store and the restaurant and the person is being rude to you. You don't have to match energy for energy. Like, it's unnecessary. You don't have to do that all the time. Just like, okay, and smile and da because you're not gonna see them again. You don't know how their day's going. You don't know if they just broke up with their husband, their boyfriend. You don't know if their kids did something. You don't know if somebody just died, but they have to go to work because that's the only way they're going to eat and be able to pay their bills. Because there's some of us out here who have to work, you have to go into the job because that's how you're going to get your livelihood, even though the job is toxic in whatever way.
We had to go back. I had to go back to work. You had to go back to work.
You know, they don't care. You know, they get their little time and that's it. And if you ain't got no more time, they're telling you basically you need to come back to work or you're going to go and get fired. You know, it is what it is. And if that's not your thing, and so you know, because there's some of us who watch things to escape that hard stuff.
Yeah.
Some of us don't mind watching movies that are the hard stuff because it doesn't affect us like that. But at the end of the day, this is a really good movie. We get it 5 Goobers out of 5 because it was really good. I really suggest that you watch it. And if you watch any other reviews or heard people saying, you know, it was a struggle bus movie, another black woman struggle, get that out of your head. Don't even put that lens
watch
on.
It for yourself.
Watch it for yourself because it is really good. I actually started to watch it again the other day, but I didn't because the men might want to watch it again, so I didn't watch it. But it's really good and it is worth your time. Like I said, it's an hour and 47 minutes. You won't be sorry.
Watch it again.
Watch it and get you some tissues.
Well, watch it and then watch it with the lens of understanding and realizing and think back over your own life and experience. How many times, especially if you're over 40 and you got children, how many times you found yourself in a situation where I don't know how to pay the lights, I don't know how to pay the water, I don't know how to pay my rent. And in our day, let's just be honest, you didn't have Uber, Instacart.
Right.
You dang near had to get a second job. And then if you had to get a second job, who gonna watch the kids?
Right.
You know, who gonna babysit? By the time I pay for daycare and babysitting, hey, all my money's going to that. So I ain't really even making no money. So you have to look at all of those things. This baby had two jobs. They couldn't pay $40. This baby had lost her baby, didn't even know she lost it, just snapped. So, check it out. And we would love for y'all to leave comments and tell us what you thought of the movie.
Yes.
What's y'all opinion?
And be kind.
Yeah.
It's on
But
Netflix
before
now.
we leave, we do have to pay the bill one more time.
Oh, I pay it one more time?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This episode is sponsored by Just You Soap Company, making moisturizing, nourishing, refreshing bath and body products for the whole family. And don't forget about Yanni Bars, made to assist the ladies with all their feminine hygiene needs. Visit them at JustYouSoapCompany.com.
So, with that being said, 5 out of 5 stars. It's a Goober-tastic movie. Go check it out.
As always, be blessed, be in peace, and we will see you next time.
Peace out.